afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Travel Bulletin's latest monthly webinar. Homing in today, this time on the luxury market. Today, we have three great partners with us who have lots of news to share with us. So before we start the presentations, let's put faces to names. Our first presenter is from Crystal Cruises, and I've not seen Holly since last Thursday, so very nice to see you, Holly. Are you well?
Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Thank you very much. It's been a bit of a lively day for me so far today, but we will get there. The sun is shining. So
beautiful day.
Is it beautiful with you?
It is. It's lovely.
Okay, great. We are going to have a fine webinar today. So I will also, if I can do, please welcome today Melissa Fernandez from Xcaret. Melissa, look at you with your wonderful backdrop. There you go. You see, not as good as yours, obviously, Holly, but yes. Are you well, Melissa?
I'm perfect. Thank you so much for your time, and it's so nice to see you face to face.
We're looking forward to it, Melissa. We're looking forward to a top presentation. And last but by no means least, I'd like to welcome Kim. Are you there, Kim? Do we have Kim? Okay, that's slightly nerve-wracking for us, but we won't get stressed by it. Let's ask. Can I ask my Melissa or Holly? Do we have sort of knowledge that Kim is okay and due to join us?
Kim, she's good. She is going to join us. Her link, she just can't find her link, but she's on.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we will crack on then. If Kim is positively sort of en route, shall we say? So what I'll do is, following our usual format, what will happen today is our partners will deliver a live 10-minute presentation. Which you will do, you will have questions as we go along. So please post those questions using our Q&A function. And then I can get through them after the presentation with each of the suppliers and ask any questions that you have for them. Please do ask them. Use the Q&A function. And then I can have a bit of a Q&A with the clients, the suppliers, after each of their training sessions. So let's get on with our first training session, get things going. Holly, and obviously anyone else, if you can please sort of mute yourselves and turn your cameras off. So Holly, tell everyone or share your screen and we'll let you get started.
Perfect.
Oh, you've gone, Holly. I'll tell you what, you've shared your screen, but you've turned your sound off somehow.
Unmute. There we go. That happened in the rehearsal as well. It wants me to be quiet forever. I'm being silenced by Crystal. Help.
Someone knew you.
Exactly. Hi, everybody. I've only got about 10 minutes, so I will crack straight on. I'm Holly. I joined Crystal in March. It's a wonderful company, and I'll show you all about it. Let me know if I'm good to go. Fantastic. So for those of you that don't know a bit about Crystal, Crystal has been synonymous with exceptional for the last 35 years. In 2022, the Abercrombie & Kent Group acquired Crystal and its two ships. So we're in a new era of being exceptional at sea, and I'll show you a little bit more about this. But up first is a bit of a brand overview so you can see what Crystal is like at sea.
What sets Crystal apart is the level of service and knowing and anticipating all of your needs. There's nothing missing, and the service is exquisite. The food is exquisite.
The ships are magnificent. Accommodation now, fabulous. We will have probably the largest amount of space per guest in the industry.
Cabins that we rebuilt to large suites. We now have very large suites on the ship. And also our crew to guest ratio is actually one of the highest in the industry. We have almost one crew member for each guest.
but it's the crew that creates the soul of the ship.
The feeling of caring, the feeling that these people that are employees are not just employees, they're family.
People are so warm on the ship.
It just amazes me. The grace of the employees, the staff, is unmatched.
So between crew and staff and guests, this is the heart and soul. This is my family.
For the guests, it is like coming home, because even if you have not been on board for 3 years, you will have crew members remembering who the guest is, what they would like to drink, what we can put in the minibar, what their preference of pillow is. Here we go. Exceptional at sea.
Perfect. And it's really true what they say about the crew. The training must be absolutely magical to how they remember such minute details to be able to give such intuitive and highly personalized service. This is a quick overview of some of the reasons to book with Crystal. I'm just going to highlight a few of these. As you heard in that video, what we give is exceptional service. So it's that crew to guest ratio. It's that 1-to-1 level of servicing. We also have one of the highest space to guest ratios in the entire cruise market, specifically in the luxury cruise market. As you can see, we have a lot included. What I really want to highlight is that Crystal is 6-star luxury and it's an ultra all-inclusive offering. It's easier to say what is not included. The Monte Carlo Casino, please spend your own money. At the spa, treatments are not included. You can choose your own, as well as onshore excursions. And these have become even more exceptional due to our collaboration with Abercrombie & Kent. It means that we're able to harness their DMC partnerships and provide truly highly authentic experiences onshore as well. So having a bit of a look about our ships. So at the moment, we have 2 ships in our fleet. We've got the gorgeous Symphony and Serenity. And as you can see, we've got big ships, but they have a small field due to the guest size. So with our larger ship being at 740 capacity. We're very excited to announce that we have 3 new ships on our way. And our first to come out in 2028, as hopefully some of you have seen, is the beautiful Crystal Grace. And she'll hit that sweet spot of capacity with about 650 guests. All the rooms on Grace will all have verandas, which is also fantastic. So what's really interesting to know is that when Abercrombie & Kent acquired Crystal in 2022, both our ships went back to dry dock. They got refurbished almost back to steel, and over $180 million was spent on these refurbs. So as you could see from the video, they're really high spec. We use the same Italian interior designer, so no expenses spared on those. But we also did something really interesting, and you might be able to tell from the guest capacity, is unlike some other cruise liners, is we actually reduced capacity by 30%. And this just means that we were able to make every suite and every room much larger. So our ocean view rooms start from 215 square footage. And when I was on board, I was lucky enough to stay in the Sapphire Suite, and that's 420 square foot. So significantly bigger than where I live in London in my little box. What's also really important to know is, yes, we're really pleased that we've got Grace coming out soon, but our current fleet, Symphony and Serenity, do go back into dry dock and have further refurbishment. So Serenity will be going back in October, for example, and it'll be getting a pool bar rather, which we're all very excited about, and some facelifts on some of the suites there as well. It's really important to know that every room, every suite, they all come with a butler service, which is included in that kind of 1-to-1 level of servicing. So no matter if you have solo guests looking for their time on board, or whether you're in the penthouse, you'll have that same level of high quality service. I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek about what Crystal Grace will look like. Fantastic. So as you can see, she's as beautiful as the other ships, and we're very excited for her to come to life in 2028. So a bit of an overview on where we actually sail. So as you can see, we've got 2 ships in our fleet at the moment. So at the moment, or actually always, the ships follow the sun effectively. So we have Serenity in the Mediterranean and Europe at the moment, and then she'll go to the Caribbean for winter. And Symphony is having its first season in Alaska since this new era of Crystal. And then again, it will be joining Serenity in the Caribbean for a lovely winter. And we have our sailings out till 2029 at the moment. So you can see some really great world cruises on board as well that you'll be able to find, and I can send more details on that. So just to give you a bit of a glimpse, so not only is Crystal exceptional at sea and covers a whole range of destinations. Ooh, we've frozen a little bit. I want to show you what some of our featured sailings will look like. So, bear with, I've got the Wheel of Doom. I don't know if you can see it on, there we go. So we've got some of our featured sailings. So I just wanted to kind of highlight where Crystal really shined. It's that really kind of highly elevated levels of entertainment when you're on board as well. So a few different cruise liners will see the solar eclipse in August, but they don't do it how Crystal does it. Crystal will have a NASA astronaut on board, as well as a physician, and maybe the coolest job ever, a eclipse chaser on board, just to really kind of enhance that experience and showcase and kind of elevate your understanding of what the eclipse is as well. Then you can see we've got some wellness retreats, and these are performed by a third party. And these are a lot more holistic than, you know, your yogas and sound baths. They also focus on like nutrition, well-being, and kind of look at wellness from a 360 approach. The Alamo brothers, I'll speak about more in a little bit, but they curated one of our restaurants, Osteria, and they have 4 Michelin stars between them. So you're starting to get that sense of how bespoke and gourmet our dining is, and access to the Monaco Grand Prix, and we can do tickets as well. So I wanted to kind of highlight next what's included. And as you can see, when the slide wants to move, there we go. Everything is included. So every room gets a bottle of champagne, from your ocean view room to your penthouse. Every room gets butler service. And we have top shelf alcohols all included, as well as all of our specialty dining restaurants included. I'm going to roll on through, or I'm going to run out of time. So our 4 key tenets is being perfectly at home. And this kind of goes beyond what you think about in terms of the butler service and the highly personalized service that you saw in our beginning video. This goes beyond that kind of 180 million refurbishments. And it's that feeling on board, which you saw from the first video. It's making sure that guests feel at home. Yes, it's 6-star luxury, but it's quite down to earth. It's very sociable. It really has a lovely, warm feeling to it. I'm going to skip through to dining, which is where Crystal really shines. You can see that we've got 9 different restaurants, but most excitingly is that we have the only Nobu at sea on board, which is Umi Uma. And if you know much about Nobu, then it could cost you quite easily £500 for about 2 people eating it at Nobu on land. Umi Uma mirrors the same menu, except it's all included. So you can bet that we were ordering every sashimi under the sun, appetizers, until we were almost too full for our black miso cod. Similarly, Osteria d'Ovidio, the waiting list for one of their restaurants in Italy is 6 months, and the tasting menu costs €1,200. So it's just kind of setting the scene of what's included and the value add that provides. As well as that, we have outstanding entertainment from high-profile speakers, as I showed you before, comedy shows, as well as fantastic Broadway-style shows. I can see I'm running out of time. I'll speed up. And then due to our partnership with Abercrombie & Kent, we have fantastic onshore excursions. So we're able to provide truly authentic experiences on board. I'm going to leave you with the last slide and about the agent portal. I'll use as a follow-up. And when it presses next. And this is just a really useful table to show you. Let me move. This is a really useful table just to kind of show you where Crystal sits amongst its other fantastic luxury cruise liners. If it doesn't press next in one moment, I will send it in a follow-up. Come on.
Don't panic, Holly. If you need to move it around, do so.
It's just trying to buffer. Come on. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. So just to highlight a few key things. So where Crystal sits against some fantastic other cruise liners. So hopefully I've shown you where Crystal really elevates itself in terms of levels of service, Michelin style dining, and just the inclusive nature of Crystal. You can see passenger load relatively similar. The crew to guest ratio of having that one-to-one service is where Crystal really shines. The size of the suites due to our ability to decrease capacity to maximize how your luxurious experience on board, and the space to guest ratio. So whether your clients want to be hermits on board, find those gorgeous nooks and crannies to relax in, or they want to be more sociable in the Crystal Cove or piano bar for after dinner drinks, they can absolutely do that, and the level of dining options that are included. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll be sending out details on our agent booking portal, how you can get fantastic agent rates, and some details on our destinations as well. So thank you very much. Sorry for running a little bit over.
Thank you very much. Don't worry, Holly. We're all good. We're all good. So if you can unshare, then I've got a couple of questions for you. So I'm going to fire away with them. So I've got two people. So Daryl and Isla have both asked about disabled cabins. Do you have accessible cabins that can be used? And if you have more than one, how many do you have?
That's an excellent question. We definitely do. We have accessible cabins on board. I will send that in a follow-up as well, how many we have and which categories they relate to. But great question. Thank you. Okay,
good. Okay. And also another question with regards to the restaurants. The restaurants sound amazing. And obviously the Nobu at Sea is the one that is going to catch people's attention. But from your point of view, or rather from guests' point of view, do they need to book them before they sail? Even if they don't need to, can they?
Yeah, exactly. So 3 months prior to sailing, you can make reservations. We would absolutely recommend that you do make reservations for Umiuma, the Nobu at Sea, and Osteria d'Ovidio. The other restaurants you do not need to make reservations at. So Waterside is actually is our main restaurant, and it is Michelin level dining. Some people prefer it to Osteria and Beef Bar. One thing to note about Beef Bar, if you're familiar with it, it started in Monaco. It's delicious, almost street food, like elevated street food style. That is one of our specialty dining restaurants, but you can go there unlimited amount of times for lunch and dinner. And my opinion, that is the best lunch on board, as well as like an elevated marketplace buffet.
I've got three more questions very quickly. So two are food related, as we seem to be on a food tour now. Joe asks, are all dietary needs catered for if you've sort of let people know in advance? I'm guessing the answer is yes.
Yeah, from vegan to kosher to halal. Yeah, absolutely. We can do it.
So that covers Claudia's question as well, because she was asking about vegans. And last one, here we go. Ria has asked, is it adult only? She may have missed something, or are there sort of children? At what age would you allow them, etc.?
Yeah, children are allowed on board. It's family friendly. There are kids clubs, particularly over the summer months in the Mediterranean. There is children's clubs on board. I guess the atmosphere doesn't lend itself to being overrun by children. It's got a quite serene, peaceful nature to it. If you're looking for kind of, water slides and go-karting, that's not Crystal, but we absolutely do have children on board, and I can send that as well in my follow-up. So
you do have kids, but let's say it's more of an experience than it is a sort of a fun time mad sort of event or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic, Holly. Right, I'm going to ask you then. Thank you for your questions, guys. Really appreciate that. It's now competition time for Holly. Now, before anyone starts putting anything in the chat or in the Q&A on, don't answer it now. It is all done after the event via our website. So it's travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. So don't answer it, because all you'll do is give other people the correct answer, and then they can go and answer it. So Holly's going to tell us what her very kind prize is, and then what the question is.
So as you heard, our prize is relating to what everyone gets in their rooms and suites, which is a gorgeous bottle of Xcaret champagne. And the question is what is the name of the ship that will set sail in 2028, our new ship?
Fantastic. Okay, so just don't forget, remember, send the questions via our website after the webinar is finished, which is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. You have until next Monday, the 6th of July, to enter. So plenty of time. Thanks for your great training, Holly. Sorry if you were rushed, but you got through loads, trust me. So we really appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. We'll see you at the end if you're able to join us for the mad static wave.
I can't wait.
We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. It is now time for us to welcome back Melissa from Xcaret.
Hello, Simon.
Pardon? Yes. Are you there? You are there. I can see you. Right. Fantastic, Melissa. Our viewers cannot wait to hear all about your product, your news, and your latest update. So over to you. You're sharing, and I'll just check that when you go full screen, you've got everything all good.
Mm-hmm.
I will leave you to it.
Perfect. Thank you, Simon, for everything and for your time. My name is Melissa. I'm the sales manager for our 3 hotels that are located in Mexico, specifically in the Riviera Maya. I don't know if you have heard of us, and if it's your first time, I am really glad that I have this opportunity because our main focus this year is to be in your mind, in the top of your mind, in case that you have any clients looking for a Mexican culture experience. And we are the best at doing that. First of all, I would like to show you a little bit of Grupo Xcaret. Grupo Xcaret, it's a whole company that covers parks, tours, hotels, and all of those are located in Mexico, specifically in the Riviera Maya. The first park that we opened, it was, I was like 2 years old back then, but the first park was in 1990, approximately. The name of the park is called Xcaret. That's why the main company name is Xcaret, Grupo Xcaret. Then after that, nowadays we have 7 parks, including tours. For example, you can do to Chichen Itza. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world. So Chichen Itza is like 3 hours away from Cancun area. However, you have the opportunity to go there. Or even if you would like to explore more the nature as well, we have a tour that will take you to cenotes. Any person that has the opportunity to come, you will be involved to our nature and the culture as well. Then after that, in 2017, we opened the first hotel. The first hotel is Hotel Xcaret, Mexico. And if you ask me, Melissa, and this hotel, is it for everybody? Yes, it is. This was the first huge 900 suite hotel that Xcaret opened. And nowadays, from last year in July, we opened the new section. So we evaluate. So we have a total of 1,900 suites. And you may think like, whoo, it's a lot of suites. However, our reason why we have all of that, it's because we are trying to cover every single member of the family. How? Having different activities on the property, and they can also enjoy outside the property with our parks included. We offer the transportation to the airport. That's why we also add information to the airport. Every single person that arrives to Cancun International Airport, we have our own lounge. So if you already have your reservation with us, our staff will be waiting for you. And then you will just take our bus and you'll be ready to have fun. For the other 2 hotels, we have Hotel Xcaret Arte. It's here in the middle, the purple one. And the last one, but not the least, it's La Casa de la Playa, the boutique hotel. I will give you more information regarding Hotel Xcaret, Mexico. As I mentioned, it's for every single member of the family. The slogan is, you stay here to share more. Why? Because of all the things you can imagine doing in each house. Before we had these 5 houses in the top, which is Casa Agua, Espiral, Viento, Tierra, and Fuego. And I love it because if you don't know Spanish, you will learn with us. So if you're staying with us as well, you will practice a lot of your Spanish. Then the other 5 houses that we added last year in July, we have Casa Luna, Casa Vida, Casa Sol, Eclipse, and Cielo. In every single one, they are distributed like an L, like an I. So in the side of the beach, you can see we have the ocean front and ocean view suites. Then in the middle, you can have the sweet garden on the side of the lobby. We have the sweet river because that's also a top thing. I like that we have ocean view, but also the river view. We have our own river. You can do kayak, paddleboard, or also you just use your life jacket and then you can just swim around. For Hotel Xcaret Mexico, each house, as I mentioned, we can have a little hotel that will be operated by the little kids. So the kid can turn a chef. They can work for the laundry area, or they can become the GM. They will have an experience of how a hotel works. We also added water slides around the hotel. We have nightclubs for everybody, one for adults, the other one for teenagers. Also, we have added like a reception with live music around. You have gelato every single time. Believe it or not, also the gastronomy, when I started working here, it has changed me a lot in a good way. These are experiences and examples of how it looks. These are real. These are no AI. So we have a lunateca for the little kids, for the infants. You know that the parents should be with them doing all these sensorial activities, the arcade, all the things that you can imagine from the 80s. Mexican style, you'll have it here. Also the pachangueria, the fourth picture, that's the teenagers club. And the Chiquitin, that's the hotel for the kids. Talking about gastronomy, we have 20 restaurants here, and I am really proud to say that we have Michelin chefs. He's our Michelin chef, Carlos Gaitan. He's a Mexican chef who got a Michelin star, and I'm really proud to say that Ha is a Michelin restaurant, such as 19 more. And just to mention, the Ha restaurant, it's the one that has an additional cost, and it's adults only restaurant. The next hotel I'll talk about is Hotel Xcaret Arte. This is adult only hotel, which means we allow people over 16 and 17 years old. Here, the slogan is you become here, you stay here to become an artist. You stay here to feel. You have the opportunity to go to 4 different workshops. You can practice dancing, pottery. You can do you can have a design class, designing your own bracelet, or even painting class. We have 4 classes per day. There's no need to make reservation. It's first come, first serve, such as the restaurants. And in this one, there's one specific building that you can stay 18 plus and 18 plus. So you have butler service in this building, and how you know that you're staying in this premium building, the room category will have at the end the adult word. So if it says Sweet River Adults or Sweet Oceanfront Adults, that means you'll have the butler service, you have access to one exclusive restaurant just for you, and you have direct access to the river. These are examples of how our facilities look. The inlets, that's where you can use the kayak and the paddleboard. There's no additional cost for that. And I love it because we have a speakeasy that opens from 8 p.m. until 4 a.m. And at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., we have live music. And at 11, that's where our DJ plays. And all the lights on the ceiling will change with the rhythm of the music. And I have stayed there until 4 a.m., sorry. So definitely they will wait for you. If there's only one person, don't worry. And if you are hungry, we also have a taco cart outside the speakeasy. So if you were in the speakeasy or even like at 3 a.m., you are in your room, but you want some tacos, why not? You just go out your room and then you get some tacos. Now, talking about the gastronomy, here we have 10 different dining experiences. To make reservations for the first hotel and this one, you should contact the guest service department. There's certain, out of the 10 dining experiences, there's certain that requires reservation. And also we have the Michelin star Le Chic restaurant. Le Chic is a brand new restaurant that we opened. It's a French cuisine and it has an additional cost. It's not included. So we are really trying to share our fusions, Mexican fusion with a different type of gastronomy. Now, the most important concept is the all fun inclusive. The all fun word means that every single guest staying with us, they have unlimited access to our 7 parks and tours. They have included transportation to the airport, Cancun or Tulum. And also, you have the opportunity to enjoy sailing experiences. We add X to everything. So if you see X here in Mexico, you know it's part of Xcaret group. So sailing experiences, you can cross from Cancun to Isla Mujeres. Isla Mujeres, it's an island in front of Cancun. We offer only the ferry. We offer you the transportation from the hotel to the port marina. And the activities on the island, it's by yourself. So we only offer you the opportunity to explore more. And even if you're a repetitive client, you have that option. And the last one, but not the least, La Casa de la Playa. La Casa de la Playa is a 5 AAA diamond, 5 Forbes star. We have 63 suites. Each one has a private pool at the terrace, and we have a volcanic stone bathtub because that keeps the water warmer than the normal ones. We want you to just worry about exploring, enjoying your stay in La Casa de la Playa. We offer private transportation from the airport to this hotel. You have butler service every single time, and it works via WhatsApp. So if you want to go even to the other 2 sister properties, you can. If you stay in Casa de la Playa, you have access to the other 2 sister properties. Talking about the gastronomy, we have 4 different dining options in La Casa de la Playa. Also, we have a night where all guests, they can enjoy a surf and turf experience by the beach. That's included as well. It's just once per week. So it's really important that if you're interested to have that experience, contact our guest service department because this depends also on the climate, on the weather. I am really also I enjoy that every single restaurant has a different style. Touch de Luna is the Mexican cuisine. The chef name is Marta Ortiz. She really takes care of the empowerment of the women, so staff are only ladies. Centli and Lumbre, it's one restaurant, it's 2 restaurants in one location. So certain days, Centli will offer the southern cuisine of Mexico, and Lumbre will offer the northern cuisine of Mexico. More about the experiences, La Casa de la Playa. Casa means home. So it turns your home. You don't have to ask about something. We have our cava where you can enjoy more than 10 different Mexican wines, sparkling, red, rosé. We also have our bodega where you can have tequila and mezcal on the table and it's self-service. We have a chocolate room, and it's so dangerous because there's rooms in front of La Chocolateria, the chocolate room, and you can take all the chocolate that you want, and we have a chocolate workshop.
I want to invite you.
And then we also have our spa, and we are really proud to say that our spa is also a 5 Forbes star. You have the hydrotherapy circuit included in a wellness category. Remember that we have 63 suites. Most of them, they are king size bed because La Casa de la Playa is for people over 16 years old. Between these 63, almost like only 8 suites, they have 2 beds. So I always suggest Casa de la Playa is perfect for couples. And before I finish, the tailor-made experiences. They have all of the inclusions, the parks, the hotels, the sailing experiences. But what else they can do? We offer a dinner next to a cenote. It's just for Casa Playa guests. They can explore a cave in Explore Park. We offer a backstage tour with a dinner in the best seats of the show that we have in Xcaret Park. This show shows you literally the Mexican history from many years ago until nowadays. And then you can also have a dinner in a little town in Xcaret. So right before I finish, I would like to introduce you my whole team. So we have our director of sales, Dinora. Then we have two different sales executives. So we have Rodrigo Garduño, who he takes care of the rest of Europe. And then your sales executive, in case that you're interested to come stay with us, or even if you have in mind someone to recommend, you have your sales executive, who is Enzo Cabanillas, and well, myself. So anything, any questions? I know it's too much information for 10 minutes, but don't worry. You have my information as well. And also Simon will give me any questions that you have, and then we can keep in contact. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. That's amazing. You fitted in a great deal of information into your presentation,
Yes.
which is really good. Okay, so the Xcaret hotels, from your point of view, I've got a couple of questions in terms of transfer time from the airport. What are we looking at there roughly?
So it's going to be between 45 and 50 minutes from Cancun airport. And then if you arrive to Tulum, it may take an hour, 20 minutes. Why? Because Tulum airport, it's a little bit far away. So I always suggest arrive to Cancun International Airport.
Okay, so Cancun is your best. And what do you? I was going to ask. I've got someone else who's asked me about the experiences with the having dinner at the cenotes, and that looks amazing. Is that something that you limit to a certain number of people, or how does that work?
That's a good question. Thank you. Yes, there's a limited in every experience. Approximately, it could be between 8-10 people. And it's not that private because you'll be sharing with only Casa de la Playa's guests. However, imagine having that included in the stay of the guests. I always say there's so plenty things unique that makes your stay different comparing to other ones. So it's really important for you as a travel advisor to contact our guest service department so they can help you with all the reservations.
Absolutely. And check beforehand with things like that. Is that bookable via the website, or do you need to sort of phone the reservations team, or how would that work?
That will be more by email. So you should do it directly with our guest service, with the concierge team.
But you're able to book it before you leave. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes, you have almost like 2 months approximately to make reservations. So you have the opportunity.
So everyone can do that beforehand. Okay, that's really good. Okay. I really thank you ever so much for answering the questions. Thank you very much for your presentation. We look forward. I'm just going to try and connect and see if we're able to connect with Arizona. And then we'll see you after their presentation or before, if that's a problem. So thank you very much again, Melissa. See you shortly.
Our pleasure.
Okay. Right. I know we've had a slight problem with Kim and connections and what have you for Arizona. So I'm asking my colleagues who are listening, hopefully, whether she has been able to join us, or whether that's not proven to be successful.
No, she hasn't been able to join us as.
Okay. Well, I think what we will do then, thank you ever so much, everyone, for being involved today. We won't we will sort of have a look at this another time. There are no more suppliers today, so we were going to have Kim Scotland on behalf of Arizona, but we will try and come back to her another time. And thank you ever so much to both Melissa and to Holly for your presentations. I would ask you both come back on now if you can. Holly, are you there as well? Maybe I just can't see you. You are there. She is there with her ship behind her. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna. It's a real shame about Arizona because I don't know what happened. We've had a technical glitch on that front, so nothing much we can do. We will look at that another time. So, viewers, please go to our website in terms of the competition. Remember, it's travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition, and you can get involved there. Hope you've enjoyed today's news and updates. It's brought to you by wonderful partners as in Crystal Cruises and Xcaret Hotels. So thank you very much for getting involved in that. Hopefully you'll see the Arizona presentation another time. The recorded version will be up on our website tomorrow and on our Facebook page as well. Thank you again to Holly and Melissa for your brilliant training today. If you can, give us a static wave and we will be in touch with you next time. Melissa, if you're able to put your hand up, there we go. Keep it static. Don't wave too much because otherwise it never catches it. Now, I think you're about to catch a baseball there, Holly. There you go. Thank you so much for that. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you, guys. See you soon.